Hey, hey, hey. Welcome to another episode of Meet the Shoe. I'm Sade.
I'm Nina. What up, Wednesday?
Happy Wednesday, guys. Sorry I am under the weather and you will not see my face tonight, but that's okay. We got on.
Mhm.
Nina encouraged me to get on. I got a bad case of the flu, child. Girl. But I
Oh,
got through that,
wow.
baby.
Well, guess
Mm-mm.
what? Loyalty, huh? You done
Yeah.
came and look, came on in anyway. They see me. So,
Okay. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We in
look,
here.
you're dedicated to your consistent 6 p.m. for
Okay.
years. Okay.
Okay. Girl.
Okay. So, we'll make it fast, y'all. We're not going to have our regular 30-minute conversation
Mhm.
because, like Sade just stated, she's under the weather. Yes, Wednesday. Thank you for being here. So I seen this video. So Sade, you just take a listen.
Okay.
So I seen this video from this company called Core Power.
Mm.
It's a yoga studio, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's a video going on TikTok right now, and it's the northeast part leg of it. This is a yoga studio, a corporation that they are under scrutiny right now because the um one of the instructors or two of the instructors wouldn't allow ICE into their building. And them as a whole company isn't supporting the instructors. And so I've been seeing girls that have memberships to their company
Mm-hmm.
um speak out against them because they're upset for the fact of they pay $189 a month for this, and you won't even stand up for the community.
Oh my
So
God,
they
yes.
said, so I'm gonna read their corporate answer, right?
Mhm.
um our hearts are heavy as a part of the country continues to grapple with deeply troubling events in communities across the U.S., especially in Minneapolis, where the fatal shooting of Renee Good and Alex Preddy have been incredibly painful to witness. The devastating events over the past few weeks are affecting many of us, and we stand along the voices calling for de-escalation. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So this was on Monday, right? What is going on is that the instructors were going against ICE, but them as a company wouldn't allow. They don't know if those instructors are being fired or not because they
Right.
were standing up against them, just like Target. We all witnessed the young kid being snatched out of Target. Two young
Yeah, young
adults
men.
being
Yes.
young men being legal citizens being snatched out of Target and then
Mhm.
dropped off down the street at Walmart as a joke, right?
Yeah, and it's wrong.
And Target never stood up for them. What's happening, you guys, is that these corporations are
That's,
bloodsuckers.
yeah.
They have
They
um
sold themselves to the devil.
exactly, and it's all about the dollar. It doesn't matter the color.
Nope.
White people, some white people, right, have been sucked into this. White is higher than black or any other race. White is always right. But the
Right.
woke white people know that it's capitalism.
Yeah,
They
and it's
see and
wrong.
know now with the things, because the goal is to make the rich all richer and the poor to live in concentration camps and be slaves again.
Mhm. Yeah.
And this is for everybody, the middle
Everyone.
class and the lower class.
And they don't
Because
get they don't get it. They don't get how devastating this is for everyone in the country.
they
Your
don't
money
get that
is leaving
capitalism
your
is killing
pockets.
is what's killing the United States.
Your money is leaving your pockets, is going into the government's pockets. That's that so-called tax cut for your tips that is non-existent. It
Yeah.
wasn't real. It was a fake facade to let you think that he's really doing something for the country. And you know what? You still paying taxes on your tips.
Yeah.
Still paying.
Also, what everybody doesn't understand is that there is a smoke screen up
Hmm.
for us to deflect away from those Epstein files. And
Oh
the
yeah,
thing about it is, if Trump doesn't win this midterm, that he's going to go to jail along with everybody else that's in those files. That's the thing. Everybody is not paying attention to. The point is to gear every single thing away from the real problem, and the problem is capitalism.
yeah. You already
That's it.
see as they his attorney leaked out everything from the Epstein case files. He didn't get everything out like he should have because he claimed he read through it. I'm quite sure he did not read through everything because
Mhm.
reading is fundamental, and a lot of them are not doing that. They're just putting stuff out and not knowing. He did not redact every child over there, every female woman that was a victim. Those redactions were not, and the ones that they did redact, they made sure they tried to take President Trump out of some of them, but he was still in a lot of that paperwork, and they just don't understand. He should be charged he should be charged as well. And this his lawyer is not trying to charge anyone from what he's saying. Nobody's getting a criminal case out of this. So I mean, yeah, everyone should be ashamed. Everyone should feel some type of way. We have many pedophiles that are in the higher echelon in the world that most people respected and looked up to because of their corporate uh, just being in the corporate world and creating a device or creating something for us to use. All of them are devil worshippers, sacrificial devil. Most of them they showed in the Epstein files, and they drink people blood. I thought people make movies of these things, but they do it in real life.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
in real life. It's so
Mhm.
sad. It's just some of the stuff I cried about because it's just like, oh my God, we are in a world of Satan. Satan
Yeah,
is
and just the fact of them stating that he would measure their
privates.
yeah, to I can't even say it. Like he would measure them and touch them to see, like how big would you think that a child would be anyway? I can't even let that even enter in the my conversation. Like
But
it's
you
just
know
making
what?
me weak even to
It's
have that. Like, what is that? What
it's
for
a
what?
it's a demented mind. Something happened to them as children themselves. Because look, you and I know there are pedophiles that's in the prison system. Some of them are still there,
Right. Yep.
and there,
Women pedophiles.
yes, and
Women
I
pedophiles.
knew
Yeah.
a woman. She didn't think anything was wrong with
Yeah.
breaking her
Sick.
14-year-old in, breaking his virginity. She didn't
Yeah.
feel it was wrong. She
Mhm.
thought she was teaching
Mhm.
him something, and they were doing all kind of nasty stuff with this young man.
Mhm.
Even she let her boyfriend at the time, not the father of the child, but her boyfriend was essaying this young man as well. And even sitting there listening to her story and her talk about it, she thought it was okay. She even got out of prison and got violated and came back in because she had contact with her son. And guess what? He was 18, 19 years old, and they had sex again. His mind so demented, he think it's okay to do it with his mother as well. So, I mean, we are
There are cases there was cases where the father was penalizing the son by saying him as as a punishment. He did
mm,
something wrong in school, so the father was
mm,
doing this, backdooring him
help us,
as a
Father.
punishment. And thank God for him that the man grew up and said there was nothing about a man that he desired. He only desired women. There was not there the thought of that even being him even being around men in a sexual way, he didn't turn. Like he said, he was sure that I'm not gay. I'm not, I love
Yeah,
women, all of that. And it's like
right.
you sit and you listen to the world as the way it's turning, and it's very scary of how you have to teach sons and daughters how to be, because like we're stating, not only men are, do I,
That's like,
do essay, right? Women do as well. Like
yes,
women really, some sick women really think um 30, 40, 50, think that messing with a 16-year-old, a 15-year-old, even as low as a 12-year-old, women think that it's funny, that it's not considered essay, and it is.
it is. Hmm.
There's so many men that constantly express how their babysitters took advantage of them,
Oh
especially
yeah.
if they're
Hmm.
young, especially if they're men that were nice looking, been nice
Yes.
looking their whole life. And it's
Hmm.
sickening. Just
Hmm.
for the fact that these Epstein files, like every person in it should be charged. I don't care
Yeah.
who it is. All these faces that we keep seeing going across the internet and they're not being charged, that's what everybody's been waiting for.
Yeah. So they're
And that's
saying
where the
President.
smoke screen is.
Yeah, it's a lot of smoke screening and cover up. Our ex-president Clinton, his wife, are supposed to testify. They said they will testify, and I think they want to testify on live national TV. So their words won't be construed, their words won't be redacted. You know how they do with tapes. They sit there, cut and splice and stop tapes. So they want it to be live so everyone has a chance to hear what's going on. And I pray that they spill the beans, because there are people that need to be charged, convicted, and charged and convicted and be under the jail cell.
Yeah. Hmm.
Because if it was a normal person without money, you already know how
Hmm.
how court would be held. You're guilty before you even, you have to really be innocent. You're guilty when you're charged. Period. When you're a poor person, a person with no money, a person that doesn't have a adequate representation. You're guilty. You get a charge, you're guilty. So I mean, why aren't they? They have charges. I mean, President Trump, a lot of them have charges. Why didn't they get time? Hmm.
I don't know. I'm just sick, saddened, like I said, for the fact of we've been waiting on these Epstein files forever, and nothing has nothing.
Well, hopefully
Nothing.
everyone go to the voting. I'll make sure I get up. I'm not working that day, November 4th, Tuesday, Super Tuesday. I'm going in to vote, God willing, to do what I have to do to, because this is sickening. We should not be living. Do you guys understand how the economy is going right now? It is tanking. The economy is so bad. It's like you're not getting anything. I mean, it's
Yeah.
all businesses are slow. A lot of businesses are closing down due to this ice invasion of in Minnesota. It's they just don't know. And it's sad because I own a salon, and it's sad when my
Hmm.
clients, some of my clients, they are from abroad, because I have a large amount of clients, and they're asking me, "Is it safe where you're at?"
Yeah,
It
everywhere you
just
go, they
hurts
ask
my
you, is
heart.
it safe?
Yeah, it hurts my heart. So I
Every single
keep
place
my
you go,
doors.
it asks you, is it safe?
Yeah, I keep my doors locked, the automatic lock behind the person, and that's what it
Yep.
has to be. If I had to put a sheet up at my door, I will. And guess what? They were door knocking here for 2 days last week at our apartments, at our houses, all up and down the street here, door knocking. So I'm in an area that there are a lot of immigrants that their parents are disabled. So it's a couple homes that hold felons, or a couple homes that hold adult daycare and stuff like that. And some of those people are, you know, immigrants, older immigrants. I'm quite sure they have their green card and so forth like that. But you're busy knocking on these people's doors and scaring the living wits out of them. They don't want to open their door, but the whole thing is, if they feel that someone's in the home, here they go kicking in your door. The ICE kicking in people's
That's
doors,
just
kicking
that's just
in.
like that's like Trump. Trump is now asking, telling Republicans that they should nationalize elections.
Right, and that's wrong. That's against the Constitution.
Yeah, it's against the Constitution, but it's like it's like everything, because the power of Republicans is higher than, I guess, more Republicans than Democrats, that they're getting the higher vote, right?
Right, yeah, because it's so that
They're
it's
getting they're making the rules of everything, and they're not following the Constitution.
right. This is their project 2025 that the authors wrote, and it's in fruition. It's going on right now. So we tried to tell people 3 years ago when the author wrote the project 2025, this is what's going to happen if Republicans get back in office, and that's what he's doing. He's bringing it to life.
Do you think that he is going to be able to stay in office though with what is going on?
I think if everyone goes out and vote in numbers, everybody's talking about, I don't want to vote. Get your butt out there and vote. Don't vote for your state, your constituents. Back them up, because it's going to be, if they don't vote and the Republicans take over, you think it's bad now, it's going to be way worse. It's going to be worse than before. So I'm just praying that everything is better, that everyone come together, and everyone come together and start thinking, using your brain, using your
Mhm.
critical thinking skills to please think about the country, because it's not doing good. Yeah, so
So,
what do you
United Healthcare was caught paying off nursing homes to let seniors die because hospitals transfers were too expensive.
mm,
So,
wow.
this just isn't in healthcare. It's a reminder that relying on a system that doesn't prioritize you puts your life and future at risk. That's true.
It
And
is.
it's just like we keep going in these systems. Systems don't work.
They're broken.
These corporations is a part of a system, and nothing's working.
No, it's not. They're trying every which way to stop payment on the elderly. If I took care of grandma for many years, and it got to a point that they didn't want to, take care of her needs and do rehabilitation and so forth like that, because they wanted to put her in hospice. Okay, we put her in hospice, but I chose to do hospice at home and not at the hospital, because I think they would have not given her the right care, in a way.
Hmm.
But to just bill and bill and bill her medical, because she had really good medical care, health
Hmm.
care, and just billing it, and not taking care of a person. Yeah, a lot of the elderly, I can see them pushing them out, saying, okay, let them die quick, or do something so they won't have to prolong and pay into insurance.
Right.
Hmm. So
So
yeah.
it says Trump's advisor, Stephen Bannon, is that his name? Calls
Yes.
for ICE to surround election sites in November.
See what I'm saying? It
Like
scared people.
they're gonna punk you into going for voting for Republican. Like
Yeah,
these are the tactics that
the scare
this
tactic
is
they did.
isn't this like what they do to convict the mafia gangsters, thugs per se. They're the biggest ones though.
Yes, they are. So if you sit there want to manhandle and watch, that's like, girl, it just don't make any sense. And Stephen Bannon, he's the biggest felon out there. He one of the biggest ones, because guess what? He was funneling money. He's supposed to have put up the wall at Mexico, getting all this
Yeah.
contract money, government contract money, and didn't build anything. It's just a hole in the ground over there, and people slide through there and still is coming across the other borders. But this is who y'all voted for. So they filed charges against him, and our President Trump pardoned him. Check it out. People look it up. You'll see.
Wow. Well,
Mm-mm-mm.
Sade, we been on we're just now making it at the 20-minute mark. We gonna go ahead and cut it. You make
Yes.
sure you get better, feel better. We'll check back
Thank
in with
you.
y'all on Friday. Remember, who is it? Target, Core Power, and if I'm not mistaken, Home Depot. Those big corporations are not going against ICE. Also, Chipotle.
Oh yes, you're right.
One of
Do not. Do not
the
support
core
them.
owners are they? No, they are supporting them.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
They're supporting them by not putting the sign up to not come into their establishment. So just be careful if you feel like you want to support those corporations. We're not telling you not to, but just know that if you do and ICE is in there shopping and you happen to look to fit the part, they'll more than likely harass you. Put it that
Yep.
way. Hopefully they
Yep.
won't, take you into custody, but likely they will harass you.
Yes.
Thanks for tuning
So
in.
thank
We'll
you
catch
for
up
tuning in.
with y'all on Friday.
Yes.
Meet the
Thank
show.
you.